Hi, this is Kim from Come As You Are Oracle. Welcome, welcome, anyone and everyone. I'm going to do an oracle read for today, Monday, March 25th, 2024. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it. Not every story, not all of the story is always going to be for you. Feel free to leave something for someone else. Please do not claim it. You don't need to. I'm just saying. If it resonates with you, if you get in your fifis, it's yours. You don't need to say you claimed it. Just an FYI. Besides, God knows it's your story before you do. So I'm going to use the Love Oracle by Simplistic Mystic. You can get that on their website. And I think they have an Etsy store. Timing Oracle. Again, it like eBay or Amazon, one or the other. The Hidden Truth, All Things Intuitive, either their website or I think an Etsy store, and then they also have it on Amazon. You can find it on eBay too. I'm not really sure about prices though on that. I hope everybody is having a fabulous Monday. I got some new decks today. I haven't opened the box because I came right home and started getting ready for this, but I'm excited. I'm going to look at them while I eat. I don't know if I've ever pulled this card before in all the reads that I've done with this deck. I don't know that I ever pulled this card. Or if I did, it's been that long. Did anybody watch the eclipse this morning? I think it happened like almost, well, 1 o'clock my time, midnight my time. I'm not sure. And it went for like about 3 to 4 hours, I think it said online. I missed it. I admit I couldn't stay up. And today's the full moon, I think. Or, I don't know. I know the eclipse is on April 8th. That should be a lot of fun in Aries season. Got to love that eclipse. 5 cards on the table. I would like a few more, please. Yeah. I know. It's just me having a conversation with God in my head. Or myself. I mean, one or the other. Sometimes it gets smoggy up there and I can't tell. Man, you know I want more than 6 cards. What are you... Do you see the sour look on my face yet? It's getting there. Okay. This is a love read. I mean, it's a love oracle, so it's going to be a love read. I'm going to do 2 more shuffle throughs. Got 9 cards on the table. And 1 more shuffle through. Kind of afraid to look at this card, I'm not going to lie. All right, y'all. It's my Kentucky Twain coming through. We got the fear card. Afraid, uneasy, suspicion, scared. Or as a old lover of mine used to say, scared. You're scared. Player. Charming, manipulative, karmic, being tested. Secret crush. Admirer, attraction, suitor, butterflies. Ex-lover. Memories, the past, old flame, nostalgic. Get single. Alone, isolation, lonely, guarded. Magnetic attraction, alluring, lust, irresistible, flirting. Reconciliation, reunion, second chance, back together, I miss you. Every time I look at this card, I feel like they're in Paris. Even though like there's no Eiffel Tower, I always think it's Paris. Truth, confession, clarity, reveal, secrets. It's the Queen of Swords. Healing, wounds, improving, mending, progress. Finances, money problems, work, material things, success. Home, comfort, safety, belonging, shelter. All right. There also was this card, and I wasn't gonna pull it, but the home was bottom of the deck. Top of the deck was surrender, letting go, release, give up, patience. Okay, I didn't pull it because I don't usually pull top of the deck unless I don't get any cards. Then I'll pull the bottom and the top. But I mean, it does kind of go with the read. So you have an ex-lover, a player, and you fear that they're going to come back. So, I mean, if you follow tarot and oracle, and if you follow astrology, like now is the time for people to come back and people to want back into your life, people that want to apologize. It's astrologically a very chaotic time right now. So you have this fear that this ex-lover, this player, is going to come back into your life. You're single. Maybe they're single. Maybe they're not. Depends on your situation. Take it how it resonates by your story. Male, female, interchangeable. You guys had a magnetic attraction? Like that's... I'm saying like that's how you guys got together in the first place. The secret crush. Again, I would say case by case basis. Like maybe you're crushing on them, maybe they're crushing on you. And maybe even now after the fact, this ex-lover is crushing on you or you're crushing on them. Typically in this Aries eclipse full moon season we got going on here, typically you're going to get people back that have been gone a while. Maybe you haven't had contact with this person. Maybe you have. Take, again, everybody's story is going to be different. But this person wants to come back in for reconciliation. They want to come back into reconciliation, and maybe you want reconciliation too. Maybe you don't. Maybe they're going to come back in and they're going to have something to say. And you're going to realize you do want to get back together. All I can say is this, is when this person or people, I mean, even besides this, anybody that ever comes back into your life and, you know, for whatever reason you guys stop talking to each other, they want you to let them back in. You don't just let people back into your life, right? Especially ones that you either suspect or you know they did you wrong. They did you dirty. You don't just let them back in. And I don't want to hear anything about revenge or like, well, I'm going to let you back in, but I'm going to do to you what you did to me. Don't do that. I sat on a read last night where the reader was talking about that they thought that it might be a possibility that someone would let someone back in only to do to them what they did to them on purpose. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna create more crap karma for yourself and possibly take on whatever bad karma this person has. I wouldn't do that. When somebody comes back into your life, you either let them back in or you let them go. If you need time to think about it, you need to be clear about that. If you're saying no, you need to be clear about that. If you're saying yes, you need to be clear about that. When this person comes back in, whatever this entails, you get this. You get the truth. You ask for the truth. You ask questions. Why did you leave? Where did you go? Why did you didn't like me? I wasn't good enough. You know, whatever the questions that you feel you need to ask, you ask. And if they're hemming and hawing, if they can't give you a straight answer, I think that's your answer right there. And granted, I will say that people that did you wrong and come back into your life and you can tell they're genuinely, asking for forgiveness. I mean, it takes a lot of strength to do that, first of all, especially if they come in and they say, hey, I was an idiot. I screwed you over. I didn't mean to, and if they just lay it all on the table, you have to give that person props for that. You do. Because that is not easy. But at the same time, that's no reason to get back together with someone. If you just know in your gut, you just know you're going to say no, then say no. Don't draw it out. The healing card. I think you both were healing. Obviously, you were healing probably much sooner than they were. Again, it depends on your time frame. Finances. One or both of you might have had money problems, or one or both of you might have had success. Obviously, if this person did wrong by you or something, they might be experiencing karma. Like money problems at work, buying too many things that they don't really need, that kind of thing. The only reason why, the reason why I looked at that surrender card at the top of the deck was because this home card, if the two of you surrender, you reconcile, you begin to heal together, you start a new relationship, you're going to create a home for the two of you. Success. Your finances are going to go up. You're going to reap the benefits. You're going to surrender to a new beginning. Okay? This is going to be for some of you. This is not going to be for all of you. I will be honest, like this, again, like this resonates with me. I've been waiting like over a year for people to come in and speak their truth so I can speak my truth. So this completely resonates with me. I think it's a case-by-case basis. Like, everybody's story is going to be different. See if we can get some words from this person. Or you, or God, or, you know. I think coming back together, reconciling, healing together, working on your home, working on your finances, building a life for each other, surrendering to each other. I mean, that can be a beautiful thing if that's the way it's supposed to go. Again, you're gonna know that. In here, in your gut, you're gonna know that. Everybody's gonna be different. I hid who I really am from you. My head is buzzing. It's been buzzing since I started shuffling. My right eye is starting to twitch. This person might be really, like, nervous and agitated. Like, I feel like my head is foggy, like I'm starting to get a headache, even though I've been fine all day. I had a really good day at work. My eye just started to twitch. I think this person is really nervous. Like I said, agitated, anxious. And it's funny because all day long, I channeled a few messages that I wrote down to post on my talk. And all day long I kept thinking about anxiety. Like, all day long I kept thinking about anxiety. Like, and I was never really, even with all the crazy things that have happened to me in my life, I was never really one to feel all that anxious. Like, hardly ever. And then when I was married to my ex-husband, I was about 100 pounds heavier than I am now. Maybe even more than that. And I was having trouble sleeping. I was always snoring. And he got so frustrated with me that he started waking me up in the middle of the night to tell me I'm snoring. Okay, I mean, I can't stop it. And even now, I know that I snore. I don't snore like I used to. It would literally wake me up. But losing some of the weight definitely helped, I think. Finding out the truth crushed me. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. I mean, I'm not sorry, but I'm getting a little emotional. So he would wake me up in the middle of the night and tell me, like, oh, you're snoring. And it's like, okay, what do you want me to do? And it got to the point, like, he would wake me up and tell me, like, you're snoring again. And he would, like, give me attitude. And I would literally, like, lay in the bed on my side, facing away from him, and stare at the wall. And I would just start to, like, I would get so anxious, like I couldn't breathe. Like, I knew I needed to get up. So finally, and I've always been a self soother. Like my mom raised my brother and I to take care of ourselves. I mean, we had to. She was always depressed and had issues, mental health issues of her own, like since we were born. So him and I always had to take care of ourselves. I had to take care of him when I was little, and never ever once did I feel like this. And I'm feeling like this because this guy tells me I'm snoring and I can't freaking sleep because I'm afraid to try and sleep because I'm afraid I'm gonna snore. So finally one night he wakes me up and I'm laying there and he goes back to sleep and I can hear him snoring. Not anywhere near as loud as I snored, for sure. And all of a sudden I literally just like jump out of bed, grab my stuff, my phone, my water bottle, and I leave the room. And that next day, I was getting home from work before him. So when he got home from work, he's like, "Why did you go and sleep in the guest room?" And I looked at him and I said, "I had a panic attack. I had an anxiety attack." And he's like, "Why?" And I told him, I said, "You can't wake me up in the middle of the night and tell me I'm snoring and then roll over and go back to bed and think that I'm just going to be able to go back to bed. Like, I'm afraid to sleep. Literally afraid to sleep." I am afraid to contact you. Okay, let me finish shuffling this. And then I'll pull from the bottom. But all day long today, I was thinking about that. Like, you know, how that happened to me when I was with my ex-husband. And I wasn't anxious myself, but I was thinking about it like all day long. I hid who I really am from you. Finding out the truth crushed me. I am afraid to contact you. I love you unconditionally. These are all from the player, the other person. So I'm just going to say it. It's going to be different for everybody. It's not going to be the same, but I'm just going to say it. So this player might have gotten to a relationship with you knowing or thinking, like, well, I'm just not going to change, you know, like I'm still going to cat around. I'm still going to run the streets. Finding out the truth crushed me. I think when they let you go, when you broke up, I think they realized that they let something good go. And I think they realized not only that they let somebody good go, that they let somebody good go that was actually good for them and was there for them. You know, like supportive, caring, loving, giving, all that. Cuz I mean let's just be honest. When you're in like a player energy, whether you're male or female, and you're out there jumping around, like typically, at least for women, in my experience, like you may have like regular people that you know go to for whatever you need, and you just kind of go back and forth depending on who's available and all that jazz. And I think when you're doing that and the people that you're with are doing that, like you all have that single mindset, you're not really looking for somebody that's going to care for you and give to you and love you, right? Like you're just there for the companionship. You're just there for the sex. You know, like you're not, like you don't give a shit about that. And I think they thought when they got into whatever relationship the two of you had, like, oh, it's no big deal, whatever. Like, I can let them go. It's not a big deal. I got others. Like, I'll be fine. And then I think when you were gone, I think they realized, like, you were not like the others at all. And that they actually kind of liked that. Whereas they never thought they were going to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like they went into it with one mindset. And when they got out and they looked back, they were like, damn. I'm afraid to contact you. I love you unconditionally. I mean, I love you unconditionally. I mean, I guess that's just going to depend on the person, right? Because depending on how long you guys were together, I mean, with this magnetic attraction, like you guys obviously had like a lusting connection, you know? Like you were, you know, like love at first sight, lust at first sight kind of thing. So this might not be for everybody, but someone out there loves someone unconditionally. How did I know that was going to be the first card to pop out? Oh man, this read. You're killing me. All right. First card to pop out, indecision is causing delays, number 47. Second card that popped out, you have the power to create the timing by taking action, 34. Next week looks promising, 37. So for some of you, you might hear from this person next week, and for some of you, there's delays because this person cannot make up their mind. Because again, they're afraid to contact you. You have the power to create the timing by taking action. This is not going to be, I mean, that's up to you. If you decide you want to reach out to this person after however long you have not been in contact, that is totally up to you. My personal situation, anyone that I stopped talking to in 2022, anyone that I stopped talking to in 2023, I no longer have their phone numbers. I deleted them, and I didn't know them by heart because I mean, that I could barely remember my ex-husband's phone number most of the time. I deleted them from my media. I'm sure they're out there somewhere floating around, but I don't go look at their pages. Whatever they got going on is none of my business. So like in my case, like I have no way of contacting them. I just don't. I could maybe show up at where I think they might live, but I'm not going to do that because because I'm just not. You know, when somebody is the person that's in the wrong in the situation, I just don't feel like it's my job to get in contact with them to try and pull an explanation or an apology out of them so that I can go on. I can go on without that. I don't need that. Is it frustrating? Is it always going to leave me like wondering? Of course it is. But I have a life to live, with or without people, people that thought they didn't need me, that didn't love me, that didn't care for me, that didn't give a shit about me. I have a life to live. I can't sit around and wait for somebody to like open their eyes and realize, they let something great go. Whether that be in friendship or love or family. I don't have the time for that. I just don't. The whole indecision card, I just gotta say, there's really no way for you to know if someone's hemming and hawing other than the fact of how long has this been going on. Like, in my case, one person I haven't talked to since, like, November of 2022. One person I haven't talked to since January of 23. And two people I haven't talked to since March of 2023. And another person I haven't talked to since July of 2023. So if any of those people were going to come back, as far as I'm concerned, like a year and done. Like, if you can't get it together in it, I think that was just the wave of my hand. I thought I saw something fly through on the screen. Maybe I did. If like, let's say the person in July. Okay, they have until July. If I don't hear from them or talk to them by July, like, I don't need them to come back with an apology or an explanation. They don't need to. Like, if they need to do it for themselves, fabulous. But by that time, like, I'm already done and moved on. And technically, the person in July, like, I moved on a long time ago. Like, that wasn't a tough decision for me. You're gonna have to use your intuition on whether you're gonna take this person back, on whether you want to actually reach out and contact them. You're gonna have to use your intuition on that, because everybody's story is gonna be a little bit different. Bottom of the deck. It's in the past. Sometimes what's in the past stays in the past. Just saying. Top of the deck next fall. Give it time, it's in the works. That goes along with indecision is causing delays. I would this person comes back, I would just use my intuition on whether you want to get back together with them. And I would think about everything. I would think about what happened in your past relationship. I would think about what time they're coming back to you to have a chat. I would listen to every single thing that they have to say. I would ask questions and listen to every single response. And I would use my freaking intuition. Because the second somebody says something to me that is not, it's not like, it's a little off, something's a little off, I'm already out the door. Mentally, I'm already out the door. It's just how it is. Anyway, that's your read for today, Monday, the 25th of March, 2024. I hope it resonates. I will be back on tomorrow evening for another Oracle read. I hope everybody has a good evening. That's it.